Hi guys, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to the channel. We're going to continue on doing some comedy here now. We're going to be doing Dave Allen's thoughts about Adam and Eve. I actually think that's the first time I've said his name right. Usually I call him David because, he looks kind of formal and David's pretty formal. Dave's kind of informal, but, he's wearing a suit and hat. And I don't know. David seemed to fit him, but it is Dave Allen. Like I said, I got it right. We've done it before, clearly, because, I've been pronouncing his name wrong. He's pretty funny. Got a nice, unique view on things. And, we've done some of his stand-up, sit down, I guess. Some of his clips. And he's overall funny. I find him very funny. So we're going to go on with it. So if you like the video, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, pass the video around, and check out the Patreon channel. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Might be something you might enjoy watching. So take a look. All right, let's get on with it. This is Dave Allen's thoughts about Adam and Eve. All right, let's watch.
I am what you might call a practicing atheist. I'm quite happy to be an atheist because I think actually God likes atheists better. We never ask him for anything. We're not bothering him all the time saying, "Oh God, please help me, I'm with this thing." And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning. But there are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got to us? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going, "I'm bored today, what'll I do?" I mean, suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's what. Make a world, yes, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, boom, mountains. Boom, everything is there. I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Whack! Garden me. Hate gardening. Need a garden. Gardener, spit and dust. Adam. Hey! And he, Adam, never once says, "Where in the name of God did I come from?" I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child, he has no recall. He doesn't say, "How did I get here?" But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around the garden, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. And God, during the night, sneaks down like a thief and steals, doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, "Where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps?" Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, "Which tree can't I?" He said, "That one over there." He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off. One starts talking, I'll crap myself. And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple. She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize that if Eve had been ashamed of her nose, every woman in the world now would be ashamed of your noses? You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on. Men would be in nightclubs watching totally naked ladies with G-strings on their nose. Take them off. Oh, I saw a nose. And this is the book. This is the book that you'll go into court and place your hand upon. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
You know, a lot of people write in and ask me, say, why do I drink during the show? And is it because I need the drink to get through the show? And I can tell you here now, actually, the reason I drink is because it does, sitting here for 45 minutes, get very hot. There's a tremendous amount of light. And the only reason I have the drink is basically to keep cool. I want to make it quite clear that I am not reliant on alcohol in any way to get me right through this. Get away from that! You think I get through the show? Duck shooters. Drunks are great characters. Duck shooting. In the hide. Very early in the morning. Very cold. No sign of the duck. And I have a little drop of rum to keep warm. And still no sign of the duck. And I have another little drop. And still no sign of the duck. And another. And to the duck. One big, fat, lonely, dirty duck goes across the sky. All by himself. Flap. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. And the drunk picks up his shotgun and goes, ba-doom, ba-doom, and that goes into the lake. And his friend's there and he said, that is what I call great shooting. He said, well, you're bound to hit one out of a whole flock. And he said, Ducky, go and get the ducky, Ducky. And the dog, instead of jumping into the water and swimming to the duck, runs across the top of the water. Picks up the duck and comes back, and the fellow says, do you notice anything strange about that dog? He said, yeah, he doesn't swim. The two drunks, one very good fisherman, and the other has never fished in his life. And he said, what do I do? What do I do to fish? He said, well, you get the hook and you put the bait on the hook. And he does. I said, well, what do I do now? He says, you cast it out into the river. And he said, what is it? He said, just wait. And after about 20 minutes, he gets a bite. He said, well, what do I do now? He says, reel it in. And he reels in so far, the fish is rammed up to the top of the... And he said, what do I do now? He says, you climb to the top of the rod and stab it to death. He gave the other fellow walking down the road with a little penguin on a piece of string. The policeman said, hey, where did you get a penguin? She Just walking down the road, and he was there. Little penguin, and it's all on his own, and I was... He said, well, take him to the zoo. I said, oh, okay. Off he goes. Next day, the policeman was there. Coming around the corner is the drunk with the penguin. He said, I thought I told you to take that penguin to the zoo. She said, I did, and he liked it, and I'm taking him to the library now. I get one drunk walks up to another fellow and says, what have you got in your sack? What is in that sack you got in there? One of those hedgehogs. I got hedgehogs in my sack. So how many hedgehogs have you got in there? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. He said, if I can guess how many hedgehogs you got in your sack, will you give me one of them? He said, I'll give you them both. You get a little fella at a party, cocktail party, goes up to the hostess and says, excuse me, madam, but do lemons have feathers? She said, I beg your pardon? Do lemons have feathers? She said, I don't think so. Why? She said, well, in that case, I've just squeezed your canary into my drink. You get a fella, got a bang in the nose, on the top of the nose, and he's in the pub, and everybody he talks to, they all come up to him and said, what happened to your nose? He said, I got banged on it. And somebody else comes up and he says, what happened to your nose? He said, I got banged on it. And after about 18 times, he's sick of it. Somebody else comes up and says, what happened to your nose? He said, I bit it. So how the hell did you do that? He said, I climbed up on a chair.
Okay, so that was Dave Allen's thoughts about Adam and Eve. I let the video run on, and I actually got a couple of other clips in there, so I think I'm going to leave them on. I think there was one about drunks. Okay, Dave Allen on drunks. I wasn't paying attention, and one video just ran into the other one, so I'm not going to cut it out. I'll just leave it in. So we have Dave Allen's thoughts about Adam and Eve, and Dave Allen on drunks. Both clips are pretty funny, you know, just sitting there and chatting with you. You know, telling jokes. He was pretty funny. Dave Allen's a pretty funny guy, the way he just, you know, has a conversation with you. It's pretty funny. So if you like the video, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, pass the video around, take a look at my Patreon channel. And I will see you on the next one. Have a nice day.